I am so excited to be with all of you. Hello, everybody. I am really looking forward to talking to you today about feeling your feelings. I mean, nobody really teaches us how to do this, but we can get really programmed into our lives it, to not feel our feelings. We can really use if we've gotten really good at shutting down our feelings, then all of a sudden we don't know how to feel anymore. We don't know how to experience feelings. We don't know how to come to the table. And when I say feel your feelings as a weight loss coach or as an emotional eating coach, and you say, well, I don't know how to do that. So today I want to give you the tools so you can start to practice what feeling your feelings is all about and what's going on inside of you so that you don't have to rely on food as a way to get through life. Because we really want to separate. Remember, when I studied the naturally thin, we really want to separate your feeling world from your food world. We don't want to tie the two together. You don't do that when it comes to going to the bathroom. You don't have your body, going to the bathroom and feeling sad and lonely, or feeling sad and lonely and going, oh, I'm going to go sit on the toilet. You don't connect the physiological signals inside of your body for going to the bathroom with an emotion. You feel it, you go to the bathroom, and that's that. So sometimes what occurs for many of us, we start to tie in our emotional world with our physical world. So our food world with emotions. And then all of a sudden we go, I feel sad. I want food. I feel depressed. I want candy. I feel lonely. I want to numb it out. Okay. And we just have programmed our brain to do this, right? And so the good news is you can unprogram your brain. You can program your brain to do something totally different. But in order for you to do that, we've got to look at, well, how do you start feeling your feelings? When you feel that desire for food, when you feel that desire to just eat, and it has nothing to do with the physical desire for food, how are you going to deal with that? How do you start to feel your feelings? And so today I want to go through 4 steps, 4 things you can do to really start to shift and feel into your body versus eating through your emotions. Now, listen, if you just think about this for a second, if you were to feel through your feelings instead of eating through them, what would happen to your weight? What would happen to your life? What would get to occur for you if you actually were able to feel through your feelings versus eat through them? Weight loss. You get good at feeling through them, so you no longer would need to depend on food as a comfort, as a nurturing partner, as a buddy in your life, right? So what is the result of that? Of course it's weight loss, which is great and exciting news. So what I will say with feeling your feelings is it's a practice. It's a commitment to practicing, honoring, understanding what your body is saying, listening to that and allowing it. Okay. But it is a practice. So I want you to be really patient with yourself as you learn to feel your feelings. So the first thing always when it comes to feeling your feelings, instead of eating through them, is you've got to name that feeling. What is the feeling I'm experiencing? Sometimes we're like heads walking around and we don't know what our emotion is, what the body is. An emotion is a feeling, right? A feeling is an emotion. So, what is it that you're experiencing when you just want food all of a sudden? It's a great opportunity to just take a deep breath. What am I feeling? And you can use feeling charts to identify that if you would like that. If you need that, I'll put up in here a feeling chart so you can look at what are you feeling. But the first thing is identifying what are you feeling? Sad, happy, lonely, upset. And it's okay if you don't totally know. It's about guessing. And the way I like to really guess is by just looking at, is it a positive feeling I'm feeling? or is it something negative? Sometimes we can go to those two big camps. It's positive, it's negative. Okay, great. Once you know it's positive or negative feeling that you're experiencing, then we can go a little deeper. Is it sadness? Is it pain? Is it frustration? Is it joy? Is it excitement? Because we can tune in and we can eat for happy reasons or sad reasons, positive reasons or negative, not just the negative. It can be good reasons too. I'm a partier. I want to eat. I'm having so much fun. I got my family here. I'm so excited. I want to eat, right? You can eat for the positive or the negative. So, one, just identifying what is that feeling. And if you're not sure, start with a positive or a negative. Okay. Start with a positive feeling or a negative feeling. What camp does it go into? Positive or negative? Okay. So that's the first thing that I really want you to do. The next thing I want you to do, step number 2, is you want to allow the feelings to be there as sensations. You want to start to notice how those sensations are inside of your body. When, let's say, you feel lonely, noticing where and how does loneliness feel in your body? You want to just notice those sensations happening in your body without having to do anything. And to allow your body, allow your heart, allow yourself to just be with them. Be with the feeling of upset. Be with the feeling of happiness. Be with that feeling without turning to food and just see what happens. What gets to happen to you when you just allow the feeling to be there? And you might notice it moves around. That's what a lot of body centered therapy is about. Does it move around? Does it go up and down? Is there an associated color? Is there something going? Is it staying still? Does it hang out right in the gut of your stomach? What is happening? What is occurring inside of that feeling inside of your body? Okay. And I'm hoping I'm back from being frozen here. Okay. The next thing that you want to do is you just want to make sure in this step to just allow your body to experience the sensations that you are experiencing without having to do anything. Just notice. You're not trying to control it. You're not trying to move it out. You're not trying to do anything. You're just allowing it. So first you identify, is it positive, negative? If you can identify what the feeling is, amazing. Then you get to experience it. Step number 2, you just experience the sensation, allowing the sensation to be there. Step number 3 is having the courage to just now feel it. Okay, so step 2, you're noticing the sensation. How does it feel in your body? Now you're noticing what that feels like to feel that sensation of the feeling of sad or upset or anger or frustration or whatever that feeling is. You have to have the courage to sit with it. Have the courage to sit with it. If it's a difficult feeling, it requires courage to sit with it. It requires courage to not eat through it and to then just sit with it and allow it and be with it and experience it. That's courageous. Courageous weight loss is all about sitting with your feelings. If you're an emotional eater, the most courageous thing you can do to lose weight is to allow your feelings to come, be seen, be felt, and allow the discomfort to be there. When you allow that discomfort to be there, then all of a sudden you start building self-esteem and self-confidence that you can allow the feeling to show up, be there without having to eat through it. And when you don't have to eat through the discomfort of a feeling or the emotion of a feeling, and you know that you have the strength and the power to just allow it and feel it, You are making the best headway possible through emotional eating. You are then beginning to allow a feeling to be seen, to be heard, to be dealt with, because our bodies show us every single day when we have emotions. But if you're numb from the neck down, you are going to have a harder time experiencing any of those feelings, allowing them to present themselves to yourself. And when the fear is so intense, maybe some of you experience this. When the fear is so intense that you're worried that the emotion is going to take you out of the weight loss journey, that it's going to just overwhelm you. And so you eat to numb it out. You consume food to numb that feeling. Then you don't get to have the pleasure and experience of being with that feeling and seeing that it won't take you out, seeing that it will create that you can move through it, that you can be with it. And that is so important for the process of losing weight. It's crucial. If you're emotionally eating, it is crucial for you to start being and feeling into what it is, that the emotion that you're experiencing, and not run from it, not hide from it, not numb it out and escape from it, but to allow that emotion to be in your body and be okay with, and having the courage to be with it. So that third step is having the courage to allow it to do whatever it's doing without running to numb it out. Can you allow it to be? It's like waves. And they say great grief is like waves too. It comes and then it goes. And you don't really know how long it's going to come and go. But most of the time, when you're experiencing something, a feeling that you want to numb out with food, most of the time we're only talking 5 minutes, 10 minutes max. So are you willing to be courageous? Are you willing and open to being with the emotion? Are you willing to do that for yourself? Give yourself a gift of being with the emotion, to allow it to be courageous enough to be with it. And then the last step. So once you've identified it's good or bad, okay, I think this is sadness that I'm feeling. You then notice, where does sadness show up in my body? And then step 3, am I willing to feel into this sadness? What does sadness feel like in my body? Am I open and willing to experience this sadness right now without having to do anything but just feel it, and to allow it, and to be kind to it and not judge it? Then the fourth step is investigating what it's about. What is at the heart of that feeling? What is it that you actually are craving, wanting? What is causing you the pain, the upset, the feeling? What is going on under the surface? And here's a tip. You want to keep it simple. I've got 3 tips for you. 1, you want to keep it simple. You want to keep it simple. What is at the heart of this positive or negative feeling? Sadness, pain, a desire to do something, feeling helpless, feeling out of control, feeling a desire like this feeling is so difficult to feel, not wanting to feel the feeling. Keep it simple. You don't have to go into this whole barrage of what it might mean and what you might be doing. Keep it simple. What is one sentence? What is at the heart of the feeling that I'm experiencing? The next tip: responsibility is the name of the game. If you find yourself blaming others for how you're feeling, blaming others for the scenario, blaming others, I want you to step into responsibility. We choose how we feel. Yes, things can happen to us and we have a feeling. But understanding, honoring, and being open to that feeling versus blaming somebody else for making you feel that way, blaming somebody else for that condition. I really want you to take responsibility for the feeling that you're having, for the experience that you are experiencing. Don't make it be somebody else's fault. It's easy to do that. It's easy to put that blame. Well, that person made me feel like this, and now I want to eat because I don't want to have to feel what they just made me do. And I want you to take responsibility. You do not have to eat for any emotion. You do not have to eat because others are eating. You don't have to eat because you feel bad at a restaurant when others are eating and you are not hungry. You do not need to eat for anybody else's emotion, feeling, or feel responsible to have to eat. You do not have to. And the third tip is to bring in kindness and compassion to whatever you're feeling. Be your own best friend, saying things like, I got this, or I feel that this is difficult. I can see this is really difficult. I can see I want to numb this out, not feel, not take ownership. I can feel that this is a painful experience that I'm feeling. And I'm open and willing to allow my body and my heart and my head to experience this feeling with compassion, with love, and honor it until it dissipates. And I, of course, love to use breath as a way to get curious and loving and open to just allowing that feeling to be there. And I might even say to myself, Marna, you got this. Marna, you can do this. Marna, it's okay. It's okay to feel this way. It's all right. You can sit with the discomfort of this. And this can also mean the discomfort of wanting food and just noticing that you want the food and you want it now, but your body's not physically in need or hungry. And so to sit with that feeling of wanting, of craving, of needing, and allowing it to be there without having to do a darn thing, but just to be with it and acknowledge it and love it through the process is going to change your body and life. It will change your emotional eating patterns and habits. Are you willing to sit sometimes with your feelings? Are you willing to allow them? Are you open to seeing in stage 4 what's under the surface? Because even if you navigate stage 1 and 2 by just identifying, is this positive or negative? What is this feeling? And am I willing to just feel the sensation in my body? That is beautiful. That is a beautiful, 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 powerful step to step into. If you want to go further and see what is going on underneath the surface, what feeling you are experiencing and how that is showing up in your life, phenomenal. Phenomenal. Okay. Stephanie, you said this specific topic really comes at a critical time for me. I've been feeling very positive about this for 2 weeks, and now suddenly my emotions are really coming up, fast and furious and not feeling so great. Yes, absolutely. So this is an opportunity. Sometimes our emotions just take us out. We're feeling great. We like to feel great. Our emotions of going to food is usually to feel better. Our brains are so smart that way. They want to take the easiest, shortest path to feeling good. And if it sees something's there to feel good with, it's going to take that path. But if you can sit with the discomfort, allow your emotions to come up, this is much more of an advanced stage, like when you start losing weight and when you start separating your emotional hunger from your physical hunger, and you start to really feel into the feeling and allow it without judgment, without running from it. What gets to happen is you get to deepen your weight loss efforts. You get to deepen your ability to lose weight. You get to deepen the intimacy you have with the process of what's going on inside of you. And so I really, really want you to spend that time hunkering in, seeing what's under the surface, and just allowing yourself to be with the feeling. But I've really found one of the things that has helped me so much is just identifying, is this a good feeling or a bad feeling? Okay, where am I feeling this feeling? Okay, what do I notice from a sensation standpoint? Where is it showing up in my stomach? I usually find it's in my stomach, it's in my back, it could be in a shoulder for some people. Where is it physically manifesting itself? Because we feel a feeling in our bodies. So where is it physically manifesting itself? Right? And then to allow that difficult feeling to be present, the sadness, the ache, the pain of a loss or of an upset, or feeling lonely, feeling left out, feeling upset, feeling depressed, to just feel it in your body and allow it to be there without having to run to food, without having to jump into something to numb it out, but to allow it to be there and to reveal itself to you, and then to sit with it and move through it and to mindfully investigate what is under the surface. What is this need? Oh, it's a desire for comfort, for love, for connection, for somebody to reach out to me, for somebody to ask me to do something, for somebody to have some connection, support, and love from somebody. Then you get to the source of it. And then what I like to do as the kind of that bonus little thing, if I'm able to, is then to ask myself, what am I able and willing to do to help support me getting that need met? Is there something I'm open and willing to do to get that need met? That's the bonus. And it might look like, am I willing and open to ask for some help? Am I willing and open to share it with my partner, with my husband? Am I willing and open to ask somebody else, hire somebody, get somebody else to help me? Am I open and willing to just sit with it, to allow it to fizzle out through my body? Okay. So if you've been having a hard time feeling your feelings and you feel like you're ahead and you've numbed this out, then you can just practice by picking a feeling. You can pick the feeling of happiness. Okay. And in this moment, let's just do this. Pick the feeling of happiness and feel it in your body. Notice where you feel happiness. Step two, right? We're just noticing where the sensation of happiness is feeling in your body right now. Notice that. I'm feeling it in my chest. Where are you feeling it? I'm feeling it up high in my chest. And I feel it radiating and moving, and that it's like, it just feels so good and warm and cozy. And then I guess again, the third part, okay, can I feel that? Am I willing to just feel into happiness? And notice it in my body, notice in my heart, notice what's happening to feel it. And then the fourth piece, right? What caused that happiness? What caused that happiness? A lot of times it's an image, right? What's at the heart of my happiness? I had an image of just feeling joyous at a party, and I'm feeling so good and happy, and I'm just loving life, right? And just to feel into that feeling. Okay. And then let's turn things around and let's look at, what does it feel like to feel anxious? Because many of you come to me and you say to me, I'm so anxious. I'm stress eating like crazy because work is so stressful. Okay. So I want you to think of something stressful and notice where you feel that inside of your body. Is it in the same place, or is it in a place that's different than what you just experienced the joy and happiness with? Where do you feel stress? And for me, I feel it in my lower stomach. So here I had the joy here up high, and then I have the stress lower in my body. It is in a different place. And then I just notice, what's the sensation? How am I feeling that stress when I think about a stressful moment, a stressful thing to do, stress? You just notice what happens. Does it mask itself as hunger? Does it want or require something of you? Can you just feel it without having to do anything? Just feel the notion of stress in your body. Are you able to be courageous and just allowing it in, allowing yourself to feel it without having to do anything, just to feel it, to give it a voice? And then lastly, are you able to see what that stress needs? Are you able to investigate what is at the heart of that stress? Usually they're thoughts like, I have to get this done. This needs to happen right now. I have to do this. Or somebody, you might be stressed or worried about a kid, and you might go, okay, I got to get all these things done for my kiddo. And notice if you can, what is at the source of it? I'm putting a lot of pressure on myself to be perfectionistic instead of just doing the best I can right in this moment right now. What's so cool about our emotions is we can see them release when we really acknowledge them, when we really honor them, when we see them and they feel seen. Then all of a sudden, what happens is that can be released without having to turn to food, without having to mask them with alcohol or anything else, but just allowing them to be seen and felt and experienced and moved through with courage. Okay? So, your journey this week is to feel into the discomfort of any feeling you have without needing to eat through it, without masking it, to allow the sensations inside of your body to be experienced, to be felt, to be seen. Okay? Allow them. Don't be scared of your emotions anymore. Allow them, see them, and what you'll start to see is that they won't take you out. Like sometimes I used to feel like, oh my God, if I start feeling this feeling, I'm going to be so sad or it's going to just ruin my day. And then it's really going to take me out. I'm not going to be able to come back. No. What I find is by experience them and feeling them in 5-10 minutes, I'm done. And then I use gratitude and graceful love and like, thank you, Marna, for seeing that. Oh, that's really good to see. Wow, good job for feeling it. Wow, great job for having the courage to be with that feeling. Wow, good job. I noticed that you wanted to turn to food and you allowed yourself to feel the feeling. Congratulations for feeling that feeling and not turning to food. Good job. So start experiencing whether something's positive or negative. Allow the sensation. Be kind and loving to your body. Allow it to be there and see it as and understand if there's one sentence that's at the heart of what you're experiencing, and let it go. All right, everybody, have yourself an amazing, amazing, amazing day. If you would like to join me, we are in this first week of the 8 weeks, 8 pounds down inside of my membership community. I do a whole lot of courses. We just did self-hypnosis, and in October, we do such cool courses. The course we're doing now is 8 weeks, 8 pounds down, where we're looking at being really intentional about setting your day up intentionally to lose weight, to create what it is that you want. If you would like to join me, you can go. I will, in the show notes tomorrow, I will put that there. Okay. I will put that link to that for you. All right. All right, everybody. I am sending you so much love. Have an amazing day. Start feeling those feelings. Stop suppressing them. Stop eating through them and start allowing them to be felt. All right. Bye, everybody.